Welcome to today's video. I'm in a really weird place right now where I have the opportunity to integrate a lot of the good habits I've been working on through more difficult mental spaces, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Checking in on my focus constantly, every day, every week. What am I doing? What do I want to be doing and why? Just making sure I'm in alignment. Making sure that I have food ready to go, ready to eat when I'm hungry, so that I can make mindful choices with things I put in my body. Working on my relationship to movement.
I'm a selfish kind of person with a soul trying to fly. I aim to break the laws of nature and learn to love before I die. I was naked then, I'm naked now. And my nakedness is my sole account. I'm unfaithfulness, I'm a fucking clown. But I tried my best, yes I tried. I don't like shallow conversations, even less when they go deep. In almost every situation, it's hard to tell if I'm for real.
Okay. I have so many things to say. Miso brown butter maple like flavor paste in here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hear me out. Flavors. Let's talk flavor. There are dimensions to flavor. If you want to have a good flavor generally, you want to make sure there's a flavor. So the flavor here is brown butter, which has this like caramely delicious whatever. I put just enough maple syrup to round out the bitterness of the coffee, and the miso is the salt. Fat, which is like the carrier of the flavor, is the brown butter and heavy cream. Wow. Wow. Okay, so the drink is wonderful. This is insane. And what's really hard for me lately is figuring out, am I having a matcha this morning or am I making a coffee? Because seriously, they're so different for one. I'm never gonna compare a latte to a matcha. Ever, because they're so different. It's a really hard decision every morning. Poor me. So then there's days like today, where I do a matcha in the morning and a coffee at the end of the day. And that's dumb. That's actually backwards. I don't think you're supposed to do it like that. Whatever. Okay, here's the second thing. I'm incredibly caffeine sensitive. They infused lion's mane, reishi, and cordyceps into the coffee beans and ground them all together. I've never been into mushroom coffees, or there's so many of them. There's mud water, there's OM or whatever the fuck. And I'm not trying to invalidate them, I just never got into any of them. But this tastes only, smells only like coffee. Okay. And I had a girl talk me into buying this. Now, I didn't really need that talked into it because the packaging was so cute. And I'm pretty sure this is local to me. It's not. She was telling me how good this makes her feel, and she has a history in addiction, and so do I. Caffeine can be problematic for that. Not necessarily in the way of like, oh, I want Adderall so bad now that I had coffee. But it's more like, kind of puts your nervous system back in that like uppity state, but like in a bad way, like an ungrounded way. If I have too much caffeine, if she has too much caffeine, it doesn't feel that good in our bodies. Flavor-wise, which is one of the main things I care about. Oh, Let me back that up. If you don't know me, let me back that up. I start with quality, healing, medicinal ingredients. So in my kitchen, there's organic only herbs and spices. There are living foods like sauerkraut, raw dairy products, seasonally fruits and vegetables. And then any animal products are always grass-fed, pasture-raised, pasture-finished, grass-finished, and local everything if possible. Oh yeah, like fresh local eggs. Those are the ingredients I start with. So knowing health, caring about the health of my body, the health of my community, and the people who produce stuff in my community, that's where I start. Within that, I am a flavor baby. Oh my god, that's a cute name. I'm a flavor baby. I live to eat. I was just reading this book. Wait, let me go get it for you. I've been reading this book, and I will always listen to people's takes on health, wellness, nutrition, who have in practice witnessed for decades how people's bodies respond to different diets. And then also this guy, Whoch, he pulled information from people who studied like primal tribal people who still exist or and untouched by our modern food systems. This is just so dimensional, so much awesome information, and I'm just reading it because it's interesting, not because I'm a fucking nerd. I'm not. What was I just talking about? I'm a flavor baby. Oh yes, there are types of people based on the cultures that your genetics came from, the geographical location that your bloodline came from, and where you are now. Those really define the type of food that your body needs. So really cool, really cool. If you like don't know anything about nutrition, you don't have a degree, and you don't trust people, that was for me. This is a really great book to just get a nice little foundation without being completely overwhelmed. And it's a workbook, so you get like specifics for you, and then also guided help as to, oh, is this working or is this not working? Personally for me, it's working. This is a cool book. Anyway, back to what I was saying, I'm a flavor girl. So there are people who, based on their genetics and their culture and their history, they live to eat. Like food is just exciting to them, they love it. It's like their life is maybe centered around it, and that's definitely me. And for a long time I had guilt and shame about that because I was like, people are gonna think I'm a fucking fat ass, which that's mean. Why would I think that? That's mean to think about anyone, especially myself, and imagining that other people think that about me. Who is that helping? No one. I'm not trying to shame myself for thinking that, but like, let's break that down. I'm definitely a person who lives to eat, and so food means a lot to me. I like it to taste really good, and this tastes really good. Wow, I'm smiling for the first time today. That's so cool.
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game. It's the same business with a different name. Who's the target?
see your sadness wrapped around a frame. Would you see yourself?
This needs to be brought up right now and every single time I create content for you if I want to be dimensional, which I do. I grew up super athletic. I was very strong growing up. Not necessarily lean as I got closer to like puberty, but very strong growing up, and that's how I saw my body. Like that's where my identity started, and then that was like heavily reflected from family members and friends, like, wow, she's so strong. And so that's kind of where my ego and my pride really came from. And in the last 10 years, so from 17 till 27, that has really gotten thrown around and mixed around and really confused. So my body image history isn't very good. It's not very positive. But we're coming into a new era of me, a new version of the way that I look at myself, in that I'm not a piece of meat. I'm not an object that needs to look a certain way in order to have a certain level of value. Like, since I am alive, since the grass is alive, since these animals are alive and the sky is alive, like it has value because it exists, just like me, even though I was programmed to believe something different. So that means that when I see myself and I see parts of me that maybe I've been programmed or shown are, you know, I don't know the word to use, but you know what I mean? You're like, oh, how do I get rid of the lower belly pooch? How do I get rid of saggy arms? How do I grow my glutes? For aesthetic purposes, I am gonna call it. I am so done subscribing to that idea, prescribing to that idea that my body needs to or should look a certain way. I'm done with that. If I can move, if I can play, if I can express myself with my body, if I can express myself with style, if I feel comfortable living in my skin, that's the goal. That's the standard. It has nothing to do with how we look. I can't anymore. I'm no like 27, 28, 29, 30. Like they say your 30s was when you stop giving a fuck, but it's not that I don't give a fuck. It's that I don't believe in these things that I was taught anymore. Like, I give a fuck, just not about, I'm not like, I'm over it, I can't handle it anymore, I can't hang anymore, I'm gonna not take care of my body because I don't need to look attractive. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I actually want to be able to break into a sprint. I like racing people, that shit's fun. I want to be able to throw backflips and drop into the splits. I want to be able to lift people off the ground. I want to be able to move my body in weird, fucked up ways because it's fun, because it feels good, because it's a form of self-expression, and I don't want to be worried about what my body looks like all the fucking time. There are functional things that I want to improve on my body for the function. I love skiing, I love rollerblading, and that's really a lot of knee strength, and I have not been working on my glute strength for the past 7 years probably. My glutes have like disappeared. And I was looking at this the other day, I saw it in a video and I was like, oh my god, that looks bad. And then I was like, why? Compared to what? Me when I was 17? Why am I comparing myself to a child? That's weird. So I had to reframe, like, I agree that my glutes have atrophied. The importance of that shouldn't lie in how it looks, but the function it has to my body. And to be honest, my knees have never hurt so bad. This ski season, I literally had to stop skiing so many times throughout the season and pause for like a week because my knees hurt so bad because they were taking all of the hit that my glutes should have been taking, but my glutes don't have that much strength right now. So my glutes are gonna be a focus when it comes to weightlifting. I really have to be careful doing this because any glute thing I've ever done in my whole life has been to have that ass. And I don't prescribe to that anymore. I just wanted to let you know that's where I'm coming from right now. And also I just want to give you permission for yourself in your life to unsubscribe whenever you're ready, if that's what you're interested in doing. Because you're not an object, and whether you're a man or a woman, you can rewrite the rules, because ultimately, if we're gonna follow rules, don't we want to be a part of the rule-making process? Like, don't we want our belief system and logic to be the ones making the rules we live by, not just the ones we heard or learned?
let's pretend we stay just friends. Would you find some other guy when the night ends? What you gonna do,